All right, this video is going to cover soffits and ceiling pitches. So usually you'll have a space. I don't know, I can't even say it's going to be underneath the stairs. It could be honestly anywhere. But if there's a difference in the heights, it's generally more often than not that it's under stairs. But as long as you know how to do it, then you just know how to do it. All right, so usually they're three-sided. Even if they're not, this will show you at least how to use the ceiling and how to change the wall. Because the better you can show it to your client, engineering, and the installers, honestly, the better it's going to be for you. So let's assume in this scenario that this is a much taller space. Maybe this is 96 inches and maybe it comes down to 54. So I need to show that this wall height is 54 inches. So now when I look at my back wall, oops, I can see that this really needs to be chopped, right? We can go into the accessories, go into ceiling. You actually have a ceiling. So you can design it. It's going to be based on the width here because this is a 60-inch wall. So I'm going to say it's 60 inches. When I design my space, it's 30 inches deep. I like to do it in the front view because I can see my left height is 96. My right height, we said, was 54. The depth of the space is 30. So now you can see a ceiling, but you still see the wall. And if you design on this and you put this into 3D, you'll still be able to see this funky little wall. So it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. You don't have to do it this way, but if we're going to show it, it should be shown true. So we're going to double click on this wall and we're going to click on more. You can edit the wall shape. So when you click on that, it gives you these little bubbles. Well, I want to bring this bubble down to approximately 54 inches. When I hit apply, it cut off the remainder part of that wall. So now if I design something, now I can show it in true form. So I can put a unit underneath here. Maybe there's going to be some floating shelves, but now it's going to be a true and exact space. I'm also going to add another wall, or excuse me, add another room. It's going to be called soffit because, well, that's what we're going to do. There will be plenty of times that this will be the case. You might have 72-inch, especially in a condo. Need a door. We're not going into the space. Okay, so sometimes there's a soffit on this wall, could be hiding piping or something else. So this happens a lot in condos. It does happen in regular spaces too. But you can just search for the soffit and you can design it in. Whatever it might be, it could be the entire length of that particular wall. It could be just a portion of it. So you'll design your soffit to whatever you need to. You could also put this on the floor if you've got a bump up, like in a garage. So I'm just going to come to my front view because I can see it. You can't see it from the top view, but sometimes it's off the floor and maybe it could be wider. So we'll just say maybe 85 inches. Maybe it's a 16-inch deep. And you would generally measure these, you just throw you'll just do the math. So if you're taking your height, your wall height measurement with a laser, you can do it to the soffit, to the bottom of the soffit, and then also to the top of the room. So easy math, right? If this is a 96 inch minus 85, it should be 11 inches. Better to just design this into KCD so that clients understand and the engineers and installers understand why perhaps maybe you designed this one wall to be a lot less and maybe this wall a lot higher. And this has actually happened where I've seen designs and it went to the ceiling on every wall, except this one was smaller and it wasn't designed in there with the soffit. So I didn't understand. So the idea of your designs are just to showcase what you can do to design something without having to explain it. So just remember too, we'll always go 3 inches below. I'm gonna pull this. So if we're a 96 inch unit or 96 inch wall height, I'm gonna make this 92 3/4. 92 3/4. This is just for quickness right now. I'm going to come over here, perhaps do the same. And I'm aware that I'm not putting fillers in. I'm just, again, just showing. I'm going to use an 84 inch unit, especially since this is 85. So I'm going to come up to where my 85 is and backtrack it. I'll make it 81 7/16. So I am still 3 inches below my soffit. So now I will put a shelf back here. So I'm not putting the bridges on right now. I just want to show in 3D what this will look like. So now you can see there's a soffit there. So this is going to tell me I probably am not going to use a connector here at the top. And if I don't use a connector at this top, I'm probably not going to do one down here. I might. It just depends on what the look of the client wants. Especially if I'm going crown to ceiling. Oh, I made a whoopsies. 92 3/4. Thought it looked a little weird. So a way to do this quickly, I'm going to click on these and this guy. I'm going to change all selected units and make the height the same. So now they're where I need them to be. I will probably, just because these are the same, put a bridge up here so that when I do my molding to the ceiling, it will show properly. I'm not sure if I would use a bottom here because I'm not using one here. So I'm going to put my molding on here, my square. It's generally 2.5. I'm going to put it up here and here. But now it can show that it's going to the ceiling. So this is what it will look like now with the soffit. If you didn't have the soffit in here, it just might look a little like, why did they do it like that? Showing it shows the client also the reason you built to a certain height. Most often I do forget.